Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khurram Shahzad, and on behalf of XII Academy Senior Campus, Kushimola Kent, I welcome you all to FBISE Online Sport Program. This is our 17th lecture of 6th week. In this lecture, we will we're going to solve the exercise of Chapter 3 and all the lab activities program in this lecture. So let's get started. I have already opened the book. Before going to solve the exercise, we must have to discuss some key points, which are the key points of all the chapter. All the main points, so all the important things are here in the key points. So we are going to start these key points. First of all, a computer program. A computer program is a set of instruction. A computer program is simply a set of instruction or set of lines to perform a specific task. For example, when we have written our first program, we ask our computer to only print the hello world on the screen. So that was a very simple and very smaller level program that was only have one set of one instruction, that was print the hello world on the screen. So a bigger level program have multiple set of instructions. So a program is simply a set of instruction to perform a specific task. Next, header file. Header file contains the information that is required by the program in which they are used. It has .h extension. Header files actually the pre-built code files. If we want to use some code which is already written by experts, we use that files, and these files are required by program for basic operation. For example, the IO stream file is used for basic input and output purpose, which includes cout and cin functions. So if we don't attach the IO stream file, then we can do the basic function like cout and cin function. So header files are the code files, pre-built code files, which are written by experts, and we can only add this file in our program to get their functionalities, and these files have .h extension. Next, reserved words. Reserved words are special words which are reserved by a programming language for specific purpose, because these words are used by programming language to do different tasks. For example, if keyword, else keyword, cout keyword, cin keyword, these words are used by programming, so we cannot use these words in our program. Then in C++, semicolon is statement terminator. Terminator means ends. Semicolon is a statement terminator. It makes the end of a statement. All these C++ statement must end with a semicolon. If you don't put a semicolon at the end of any statement, it will generate a syntax error, because our syntax says that every statement is ended with a semicolon. Then next, comments. Comments are the explanatory statement that help the reader to understanding the source code. These are not compiled, these are not used in the programming for programming purpose. These are only used for documentation purpose, or to explain the reader of a program why we have written that code. These are only the comments and simple lines which are ignored by compiler and have not any effect in the program. If we write comments or not write comments, it will be equal for the program output. Constant. Constant is a value, or constant is a container that does not change during the execution of a program. Constant means fixed value. A constant cannot change its value after execution of the program. Then a variable. A variable is the name of memory location where data is stored. Or in my simple words, a variable is a simple container which hold a special type, which hold an integer type or a float type or string type value during the execution, and it can be changed. If I have assigned a variable a value of 5, later on I will assign the value of 10 to this variable, there will be no problem. So variable are the name of the memory location where data is stored. A variable are used in the computer program to store values of different types, and these values can be changed during or after the execution of a program. Escape sequences. Escape sequences followed by hash symbol are the special characters used to control printing on the output device. For example, if we want to put the output on a new line, we use /n, and if we want to make a tab, then we use /t. So these are the actual special characters which are used to control the output on the screen. These are used inside the output statement, and these are used in cout functions to control the output where we have some output. There are many types of escape sequences. You have a list of these statements in here. Escape sequences here. These are /a produce alert sign, /p move the cursor backward one position, move the cursor beginning of the new line, and so on. Then next, order of precedence of a operator. Order of precedence of operator describe the rules according to which operation are to be performed in an expression. If we have multiple operations to be performed in an expression, so we have to use our C++ automatically use some order of precedence. For example, you have commonly learned that there is a DMOS rule in math. In DMOS rule, a compiler, we just do first division, then we do multiplication, and then we do addition, and then last we do subtraction. In the same way, C++ have also an order of precedence. All the operations are not done quickly, but in a special order which is known as order of precedence. Order of precedence. Here is a list of complete order of precedence. This is the order of precedence. First of all, our compiler will do multiplication, then division, then remainder. And if this is the first priority order of first priority symbols, if we have both of these or three of the operators in one code, they will be executed left to right. For example, if left one is this will be multiplication done first. If left one is this, then this will be done first. If these are in the same line, the left to right sequence will be used, and then it will be an addition and subtraction, then the less than, greater than, equal to, and all the table here. We have 8 order of precedence. Then next, an operator. An operator is simply a symbol that tells the computer to perform a specific computer task. For example, an operator is plus sign. A plus operator tells the compiler to plus 2 operands which are on the left and right side of these symbol. Then assignment operator is equal to, it is used to assign, give the value of an expression to a variable. It will only use to save the value of one constant, one variable, or one expression to a variable. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations, which includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and finding the remainder of an integer division. Then relational operators are used to compare two values of the same type. Relation operator are the less than, greater than, is equal to, less than is equal to, greater than is equal to, and so on. Logical operators are used in programming when it is required to take some action based on the more than one condition. They are actually used to combine two condition. For example, if username, if you are going to use the Facebook and you have asked two things, you have been asked that enter your username or enter your email and your password. So they need both of the things and they check both of your things. If both of the things are right, then you will be logged in successfully. Otherwise it will be an error screen which will show that password or username incorrect. So when they have to check both of the things, they use AND operator, password and username. So we also use AND operator and OR operator and NOT operator in our conditions. So logical operators are used to combine two conditions. Then an expression is a combination of constants, variables and operators. Constants and variables are operands, and operators tell the computer what type of action to perform on the operands. An expression is the collection of operators and operand. For example, 2 plus 2 multiplied 2 is equal to an expression, and it may have more than one operators and more than one values. An expression that combines two or more conditions using logical operator AND or OR is called compound expression. So now we are going to start our exercise. Which of the following, first question is, which of the following is ignored during the program execution? So reserved words, constant, const qualifier, all are the considered in execution, but comments are not get valued, and comments are totally ignored by the compiler. Which range of an unsigned means which have no sign. For example, if we cannot go in the minus value, we have not signed, because all the plus value does not require a plus sign before it. So this is our B answer, 0 to this, and it will take 4 bytes of memory, so range will be this. In C++, the expression sum is equal to sum plus n can also be written as. So we have discussed that our arithmetic assignment operator can do this thing. So this is our arithmetic assignment operator. Sum plus is equal to n is equivalently this thing. Which of the following is equal to operator? Equal to operator is the comparison operator which checks whether the thing is equal or not equal. So this is our equal to operator. In every time we compare some value with each other, we use double equal to sign. This will be equal to operator. This is the assignment operator, not the equal to operator. In mathematics it is equal operator, but in programming this is the actual equivalent operator. Which of the following is an arithmetic operator? Arithmetic operator and is a logical operator. This is a relational operator. This is a unary operator. So this is our arithmetic operator, percentage or remainder. This is used to take the remainder after the division of one variable to another variable. Which of the following operator is used to form compound condition? Arithmetic operator, assignment operator, logical operator or relational operator? We will use logical operator to combine. The number of bytes reserved for a variable type of float or 4 bytes. How cursor is moved to the next tabular position for printing the data? That may be done by using some manipulator, for example set with manipulator, and also using the /t. So next tabular position, so we are going to use the escape sequence which is /t. So using escape /t we will go to the next line. Now this is our short question. Define the reserved words and give 3 examples. Reserved words are the words which are reserved by the programming language, and we cannot use this word as variable name in our code, are called the reserved words. 3 examples are if reserved word, for reserved word, switch reserved word, else reserved word, breaks reserved word, continue reserved word, or any reserved word. You have a complete list of these words, so you may find any 3 words, or main reserved word, or hash reserved word, hash include reserved word. So all these words cannot be used as variable names. What is the purpose of using header file in the program? Header file or the pre-built code file which makes the life of a programmer easy, because he has not to write every single thing, but he can use the function already written by the expert in the header file. So we use the header file because we have to do some basic tasks which are required in our programming. So we use header file for efficiency and to use the pre-built code written by the experts. State whether the following variable names are valid or invalid. State the reason for invalid. If these variables are invalid, why they are invalid. First of all, we are going to have a look at this. This is a very valid variable name because it starts with a alphabet, so it is valid. An alphabet, and after the numbers it will be a valid, because it is not any rule that alphabet cannot be a starting character. This is also a valid because underscore could be the first letter of any variable name. Then 5 HTML, this is invalid because a number cannot be starting digit of any variable name. Then tot.al, total, this is not a valid because it contains a dot sign. A dot sign cannot be here, special symbol cannot be here. Then f3ss1, this is also valid because it fulfill all the requirement. Then c $sign abj, this is also valid because it starts with a symbol of alphabet and then contain the normal value. This is also a symbol which can be exist there. Then net weight, it is also a valid. And then cout, it is not valid because cout is a reserved word. Then why escape sequence is used? Escape sequence is used to control the printing on the screen. For example, escape sequence /n is used for new line, go to new line. Then /t is used to go to new tabular position. 3 examples. And /a is used to alerts, use a beep sign. Then there are more back symbols, which for example double slash or slash is used to for example slash is used to print a slash sign. Slash quotation is used to print the quotation symbol on the screen. Now, difference between relational and logical operator. Relational operator or the simple comparison operator, which includes less than is equal to, greater than is equal to, or not equal to operators. And logical operators are used to combine the expressions, used to combine the comparison operations. For example, and operator, or operator and not operator. What will be the output of the following statement? This output can be very quickly find out by using this. This is actually the wrong statement because 17 divided by 3 and here 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 will be equal to, if we have not provided any data type, it will be treated like an integer. So 17 will be equally divided by 2 8 times, so answer will be 8, and 1 will be remainder and it will be ignored, so answer will be 8. We can also test this in our compiler. So I'm going to open the compiler, new file, new source file, and first of all going to save the file save as, then desktop, and name is lecture 17, hash include our stream, using namespace std, make our namespace is standard, and then the main function, and then our braces. Okay, here I'm going to put a simple this statement and going to test this. I'm not going to print this line but only the expression. 17 divided by 2 will be 8. Going to execute. 8, answer will be 8. Then all the expression, you may test all the expression by using your own compiler or using the register and ballpoint, because it is all calculated work, so you have to practice this calculation at your own. Evaluate the following integer expression. These can also be considered. For example, if I'm going to have the order of precedence, first of all the multiply will be done. So multiply 5 multiplied by 4 will be answer 20, and then plus 3 will be 23. Going to evaluate, paste it here and go here, 23. So these are very easier one. You may do this your own. Evaluate the following expression and having integer and floating point data type. If we are going to treat this an integer value, what will be the answer, and if you are going to treat this value as a floating point value, what will be answer. So this is a very quicker way to do this. First of all, going to copy this and have an integer int a here. If I'm going to treat these integer, float here, float b, and then a is equal to this value and b is equal to this value. So it will be give me different answer, because b can store the value having floating point and a can only store this value. If I'm going to print the a and then the and I'll go to the next line and then going to copy this and here b, so both value will be different. First one is 21 and then the 21.3, because the second one was float, which can store the value of floating points value can be stored in float variable. So you may do this all by using your compiler and using your notebook. What will be the output of the following program? Int number is equal to 1, number is equal to 2, total. These are three variables. Then number 1 is equal to 13, number 2 is equal to 20. 13 and 20, total will be 20 plus 13 will be simple 20 plus 13 will be 33, and the answer will be 33. What will be output of the following program? Int n is equal to 10, and then n is when this line will be executed, n will be 10, the value of n will be 10. Then we are going to plus this one time, increment one time, it will be 11, then their value will be 11, and if I increment 2 times, it will be 11 already, then 12 and 13, there will be 13, and if I going to decrement this one, and answer will be 12. Now write the long answer of the following. Define variable and write the rules of specifying a variable. Variable are the containers or the memory location which can hold the values of an expression, constant, or another variable. And rules for specifying a variable are discussed above. First rule was a number cannot be starting digit of a variable name. Variable name cannot be the reserved word. Variable name cannot have spaces. All these rules should be discussed. Why typecasting is used? Typecasting is used because we have to change one type of variable to another type of variable in some conditions. So typecasting is used. There are two types of typecasting. First one is upcasting. If I go and change the lower level variable, for example int, to float variable, it will be upcasting, because I have changed a lower value variable to higher priority or higher value variable. It will be upcasting. And if I'm going to have the float into int level, it will be downcasting. I'm going to have a bigger value to smaller value, so this will be downcasting. Define endl. Endl is the end line operator. End line is used to make our pointer to the next line while printing on the screen. This is set width. Set width is used to set the width of our output. What is meant by precedence of operator? Precedence of the operator means the actual sequence of their execution, what operator will be performed first and what operator will be performed later, are called the order of precedence, right? The operators with the highest precedence, and there is a list above. You may have look at this list and remember this thing for your practical. So practice all the example program given in the chapter. So there is already a 25 minutes video is created. I'm going to have this program here later, and I'll send you the in the next part of the video, so this video will be not so long for you to listen in one lecture. So thank you very much for this lecture. You have to solve this exercise on your notebook, and then you have to submit the pictures of your solved exercise in time. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.